Hello, this is Karl-James Langford. This is my video log. It's Friday the 11th of November 2016, and what a very interesting week. An event that happens once every 4 or 5 years in America, their presidential elections, and we all know what it's about. It's about Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Well, I've been watching this campaign. I'm British. I'm quite proud to be British. I have gypsy blood, and why should that be relevant? It's very relevant because that's my background. And why am I talking about the election in America? Well, to be honest with you, it's nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with me. I'm British, but I'm absolutely ashamed by the fact that there are thousands of people in Britain protesting against Donald Trump. It's not their election. It's nothing to do with them. It's the will of the American people that they've elected Donald Trump. Many millions of people in America, many millions of people around the world, in Great Britain, don't like the guy, but then again, this is democracy. People voted for him, and they should get over it. Hillary Clinton commented that we should give the guy a go, and yes, you should. Many people didn't like the fact that George Bush was elected. Many people didn't like the fact that Barack Obama was elected. In fact, many people don't like anything. One thing I've mentioned on my Facebook account, and nobody's actually even commented, and hopefully one or two of you will on this, and you all have thumbs down on it, no doubt. But this is democracy, and I do believe that Donald Trump should be given a fair go, a fair crack of the whip. And with everything said, he's got the experience to run very large businesses. He's a very successful businessman. And with success, in Britain in particular, and I know this is nothing to do with the British people, we always like to build somebody up in Britain and then we push them down, we destroy them, we break them into a million pieces, and we like doing that. We like destroying people in Britain, and this is a British mentality, and I'm ashamed that we've got people like that in Britain. But Donald Trump has been a successful businessman. He's a billionaire. Now, I'm not, I would say, a highly materialistic person. In fact, I don't like materialism, but this house I'm living in is surrounded by materialism, which I don't like. But I've got to work, I've got to pay my bills, I'm self-employed, I don't receive benefits, I work very hard for the money that I earn, and it pays for everything that I need, and my family, what my family needs as well. Donald Trump could be said very similar to me, very different from me. In fact, he's a completely different universe. He's a 70-year-old, he's worked all his life. He's worked very hard all his life to amass his masses. And as many people will be watching this and thinking, oh my God, Karl-James Langford is completely wrong, I want to just end this. Just listen to this one thing. Donald Trump is somebody that has come from nowhere. He's worked very hard. He's now got pomp and privilege, but we can all do that if we wish. I don't choose to. But this man is somebody that has got ideas and thoughts, and he's been campaigning on many different things. Some people say he's anti-female. Well, I'm not anti-female. I'm very feminine in my ways, but should that be held against him? It's being said that he wants to look after America's best interests, and I can't fault that. We've got prime ministers, particularly Tony Blair in the past, who didn't look after Britain's best interests. Tony Blair's a murderer. He's responsible for the rape, murder, torture of thousands of people in the Middle East. Tony Blair's responsible for the many millions of deaths that have been caused in the Middle East since troubles began in 2003 when we invaded Iraq. That's somebody who should be pilloried. That's somebody who should be executed. that's somebody who should be put on trial. But we forget about Tony Blair. Do you know what? The British people, when the war with Iraq was being put around the table, everybody that I know agreed with the invasion in Iraq. Everybody. My family, my friends, everybody that I worked with, everybody agreed with it. And as a politician back then, I said, no, that's wrong. Everyone laughed at me, they ridiculed me. And you know, a year later, every single one of those individuals said that the war that had occurred in Iraq was wrong. Britain is full of so many hypocrites, and they're hypocrites over Donald Trump. They couldn't even be bothered to vote for a decent political party to run our country. These are the same people who disagree with Brexit, but most of these people didn't even vote. So they've got no right to even criticise Donald Trump. So the final point I want to make is this. Donald Trump wishes to put America's best interest first. He wishes to get the economy going. Maybe he wishes to destroy the countryside. Maybe he wishes to increase the greenhouse effect. Maybe he wishes to bring on big oil. Maybe he wishes to get people back into work. Maybe he wishes to build a wall along the frontier with Mexico, giving people jobs. Maybe he wishes to make America a success. Maybe he wishes to sell his army to protect other foreign countries around the world. Maybe he's only looking after America's best interests. Maybe he wants to make America an environmental cesspit. But in fact, the people of America have voted for that. And I say, if that's what America wants to do, then let America do it. Let America do whatever it needs to do to get through this stage. Let America have car guzzlers. Let America destroy itself. But if that's what America wants to do to rebuild itself, then fine. But if America wants to look after its best interests, let it do so. Let Donald Trump rule the country and let him make the mistakes. Or then again, let's put it this way. Let America allow itself to be successful. Give Donald Trump a chance. Give Donald Trump a chance to get people back into work. Give America the opportunity to make it proud of itself. And if that happens, then everybody will eat their own words. Let him, Donald Trump, make America a success. Because you know what? In Great Britain, if somebody makes a success of themselves, all we do is tear them down. The majority of people in Britain don't have a clue what they're doing. They're materialistic, they're hell-bent on destroying this country, and they're hell-bent on complaining. Do you know what? British people complain about everything. They absolutely complain about everything. We have children that complain about everything. We have children that have got no respect, and that's because of the parents. We've got a landscape and people that have no idea what it's doing anymore. And I wish we had the level of gumption and guts that Donald Trump has got to get out there and say he wants to stand for the American people. We don't have a politician like that in Britain, and I'm ashamed to call myself British sometimes. I wish we could have the Queen as the head of state to make political decisions, but that's not going to happen. Donald Trump, I wish we had a British example. This is Karl-James Langford for my video log. Thank you very much.